Mark's Lunchbox of Love. Dear Diary, today I learned something very surprising about my lunchbox. This morning at school, I sat down at the big yellow lunch table with a tiny grumble in my tummy. I looked at my blue lunchbox, I crossed my arms, and I sighed the biggest sigh ever. I wanted chocolate cookies. I wanted a shiny juice box. I wanted one of those super sugary lunches from the commercials on TV. I didn't even feel excited to open my lunchbox. I just stared at the blue handle. Beside me, my friend Leo plopped onto the bench with a grin. "Look," he said proudly. His sandwich was cut into the shape of a giant star. "Whoa," I said. It looked like a sandwich from outer space. Leo giggled. "What's in your lunch today, Mark?" I shrugged. "I dunno. Probably boring stuff." Leo handed me a juicy strawberry from his lunch container. "Here, try this." Chomp! It was sweet and cold and delicious, and somehow my grumpy mood shrank just a little bit. Then I started thinking about this morning. I remembered seeing Mom in the kitchen before school, while I was still wearing my pajamas. The kitchen lights glowed softly. Mom was humming a happy little song while she packed my lunch. Slice, slice went the bread. Snip, snip went the baggies. She looked sleepy, but she still took her time making everything just right. Suddenly, I wondered what she had packed for me today. Back at the lunch table, I slowly opened my lunchbox. Inside was my sandwich, cut neatly into triangles. There were crunchy green grapes tucked carefully into a tiny container so they wouldn't get squished. And sitting right on top was a napkin folded into the shape of a little bird. I blinked. "A napkin bird?" Leo whispered. "That is so cool." I smiled a tiny smile. Then I noticed something else. A little note. On it, Mom had drawn a giant red heart with a silly smiley face underneath. The moment I saw it, my chest felt warm and squishy inside, like I was getting hugged right there at the lunch table. I took a bite of my sandwich. The bread was soft. The cheese was creamy, and somehow it tasted extra yummy today. Crunch, crunch, crunch. The grapes were perfectly sweet too. I ate every single bite. I didn't even care about cookies anymore, because this lunch tasted like home. After lunch, I felt full of energy. I zoomed across the playground like a race car. I climbed the jungle gym faster than ever before. I even jumped off the stepping stones pretending I was a superhero. Whoosh! In my imagination, my blue lunchbox became my superhero cape. When school was over, I ran all the way home. The second Mom opened the door, I wrapped my arms around her in the biggest hug ever. "Thank you for the bird napkin," I said, "and the crunchy grapes, and the heart note." Mom laughed softly and hugged me tight. "I'm glad you liked your surprise," she whispered. Dear Diary, today I learned that a lunchbox is more than just food. It can be filled with love too. Every grape, every sandwich, every tiny folded napkin. Mom packed love into my lunch before I even woke up, and I think that makes my blue lunchbox the best lunchbox in the whole entire world. Good night, Diary. I can't wait to see tomorrow's surprise.